There's no backup camera. Yo, Steven! What's up, dude? What's going on? You talked to Paul?
So I did the Ferrari for them and got you color sign all. I'm like, did everything. Just...
Yeah, because we need to have you go to the detail shop. It's Tony and McLaren, those guys back there.
Okay, the couple go.
Yeah, they're cool. All right, dude.
Okay, brother.
Thanks, bro. Oh boy. This thing is so low. What's up, YouTube? It's Monday morning, and if you guys can't tell, I'm in the new Dodge Viper. Yep, I'm recording. Just saw my roommate at Ferrari. This sounds so good. First thing off the bat is I'm 6'2", and I am like, if I sit up straight, I can't see. My vision is completely corrupted. I'm gonna go over all the bad things about this car. Too small inside. The hood is like 400 feet long. I'm cramped. I'm like slammed inside of this car. But the good thing that comes out of this car is that it looks so damn good. It sounds good too. Huge V10 sitting way in front of you with a ton of hood space. It's unbelievable. It's about 11 a.m. and this is the first car that I'm shooting for. Oh man, my roommate just saw me and gave me such a good text. The car feels very American in like a decent way. Now, it feels like the same infotainment system from a Maserati and like a Ford truck, but somehow it feels exotic. To an extent, American exotic, if that makes sense. One thing about the transmission, the clutch engages so late. Now, I feel like the clutch is this far and it engages all the way up here. It takes forever to finally start kind of clicking in when you start being able to engage into a gear. Flywheel's pretty light too. I'm sick of yelling. Sorry if I was yelling too much. I have a huge high horsepower car with a ton of weight in the front with a ton of power in the rear. Little scary, just a tad. Car looks so mean. It has a super long hood. The rear end is super aggressive with like a little ducktail on the rear. The wheels look really good. I love the styling. I love the color. Speaking of color, I love the color of the car. It's like a blue, purple, gray. In the sunlight, it changes. Now, I drove it on Saturday, which was about 2 days ago, in one of my recent vlogs, and it feels like it takes some time to get used to. I miss driving a manual. I really miss driving a manual car, and this one feels, it's pretty good. It's easy to drive. It's just, it takes a while to get kind of used to it. Rev match is just fine. You have a little bit of carbon interior. It's like American carbon. I don't know how to describe it, but it adds like a cool race car feel to it. I drove like a Mansory Huracan that was on Novatec suspension. I drove an R8 PPI Razor that was like slammed to the ground, so it's hard to kind of compare it to that. Being a car from the factory like this, being this low, I feel like many people would struggle with driving it pretty much anywhere. When I was leaving the parking lot, I was almost about to scrape. It's tough to kind of manage around town because if you go over a speed bump or you go over a dip, you're probably gonna scrape. And I'm starting to kind of get a feel for it. I'm starting to understand the steering, the transmission. One of the best things I can say right now is that compared to Aventadors or 458s or anything else, the visibility is actually pretty good. It's not that bad. I actually can see a lot around me. There's like a really clean Subi right here. Yeah. Well, RS. I can see around me pretty well, and over my shoulder I can see everything behind me. Everything's very open. I gotta say though, rev matching, this exhaust sounds really good. Oh, a little backfire there. One of my favorite things about this car is that it's an American muscle car that's so iconic from like the old games like Test Drive. As I said Test Drive, there's a 360 Ferrari pulling up to me behind me right now, a red Spider. Give me the thumbs up. Not bad. It's like from the old games like Need for Speed, like the OG games for like Dreamcast and PS1. I remember this car from all those arcade games too, the iconic GTS with the stripes on it, like the blue car with the white stripes. That's what kind of got everything started for me, was the old school Viper, just how it looked, how it sounded, just the way that the car presented itself was so damn cool. Crazy thing is that I have to understand, or I try to understand, is the fact that this car is a V10 and it's from America. You'd assume that it would be like a V8. Truck driver for O'Gara. You do get a lot of looks though. A lot of people look at you and they're like, what the hell is that thing? The styling of this car has improved drastically over the past few years from the previous generations. I've driven everything from like a 90s Viper to 2000 to this car, which is a new one, and it's a good improvement. They did a lot of good things to it. The infotainment system's not that bad, even though it is from like the Chrysler line of generic vehicles that they produce. It fits in here very well. The gauges, they could have done a little bit better, but overall, they made a car to like enjoy, to have fun with. They don't really need all this fancy shit in it to make it all like special. It's a big, huge motor in a really badass looking car that's a lot of fun to drive with a freaking proper gearbox. You can't really go wrong with that. But the famous Cars and Coffee entryway, I am a little scared about this. Almost stalled. Thankfully, I'm not at a Cars and Coffee right now. The rain actually stopped on the freeway and the car kind of air dried. I'm gonna wipe it down right now, swap out the plates on it, post some stuff on my Instagram, and I'm gonna sweep up the spot that I have to shoot at real quick, and then I will do a full walk around tour of this really cool Viper. Photographed all the exteriors, now I get to shoot the interior.
You will never stop me.
Discovered this, but the undercarriage of the trunk is all gloss carbon. Look how cool that is. It's all gloss carbon too, so they paid a lot of attention to detail with the weave and actually polishing it, not leaving it dry. And functional vents, thankfully, to cool the engine. That side exhaust gets a little warm on your leg. A big front tire, a 295 front tire, the 355 in the rear, and that's like Murcielago size. Yep, 355. A huge 8.4 liter V10 in here, puts out a lot of power. Camera bag is a little full. Nikon, suction cups, Rode microphone, carbon fiber case stuff, extra battery charger, tripod head, suction cups again, lenses. I feel like getting a little bit cinematic.
I am the king and will not be. I am the king and king and will not be king and will not. I am the king and king and will not be king and will not.
I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you like this style of just a quick review on a car. Please press the thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure you check out a ton of other videos I have on my channel of my daily vlogs, a bunch of reviews. Now that we're in the sunlight back at the showroom, you can actually see the color of it. It's like a blue, gray, purple. Okay, I'm on the roof at work right now, having some lunch. Check out how sick this Viper looks from above. What's up, Tony? I'm eating lunch and videotaping you. You like that car?
Is it the V10 or what?
It's a V10.
Yeah, we're gonna put it through the test of the alley.
Yeah, doing what they never do. Took a broke heart, made it into revenue. Jones in to be a star, get a better view. And they told me that I need to get another plan. Maybe if Henderson was another man, but I stood my ground, no I never ran. Yo, now will I take it? Tell me will I squander it? Walk a lonely road to have somebody to wander with. Being what I'm seeing like Ian, I'm feeling chosen. This cold world got me like Anna feeling frozen. Holding under what I know. No Disney pun, but I need to let it go. And they don't ever know, nah, they don't know what's best. And no bench press, I need to get it off my chest. For real, not me. Well then who? Cause it's sure not you, if not now. Well then when? Don't make me say it again, don't make me say it not how. Well then why? Can't I touch the sky, can't let this life
Staring at a computer for like 5 hours.
pass me by. Can't wait, gotta do it, yeah the time is now. Won't ever listen to what they allow. One song, parents' house made 100,000.